Hey, hello all. This is Roshan from QA Crunch. In this video, we are going to see as a continuation, as a part 3 of how to design a framework. In the last two videos, we saw as how to set up a frameworks and what are the different types of frameworks and what are the key aspects to design a frameworks. So in this session, as we will be mainly concentrating on page object model. If you take in a QTP or some other tools, there will be a concept called object repository, which is an inbuilt concept. So it stores all the details of the page, properties of the elements. All the details will be stored in the object repository. But in Selenium, we don't have a feature for object repository, so we need to go for some external design pattern. So that is called as a page object model. It's also called as POM. So this is not a framework, this is a design pattern or architecture for our framework. This makes the tester's life easy. For example, if you want to change any elements or locators or anything gets changed in future, then you can just go to that particular page and you can change that changes in that particular class. That's enough. We don't want to mess up our code. So that's the main purpose of this POM. Assume as I have a situation like I can take some basic examples. Let me take one example like some page like calculator.net. So assume as this is the website I got to automate it. So here I have I think some 50 plus links are there. So to do automation, what I need to do is I need to convert these each web pages to a classes. If you see here, this is a mortgage calculator, BMI calculator, scientific calculator. Like that, I have multiple links. So each page is can be defined as each classes, so that in future if I come across any change in a mortgage calculator, see for example they are asking me to do some change in this mortgage calculator and some of the text box has been moved, so some XPath can be changed. So at that time what I can do is we can go to the particular class and we can do the change rather than touching the whole code. So this is the main feature of this page object model. Okay, so here apart from this we have another concept called as a PageFactory. So this is a main concept in the POM and it initializes the web element. It's the main purpose of this, initializes the web element, and it has a good annotations as at find by and find bys and find all. Okay, so let's see as in a technical and a practical way as of how this works. Okay, so let me go to the Eclipse and I will create a project as a Maven project. Hope if you want to know about Maven, you can please refer my previous videos. So here this is the pom.xml in which we need to give the dependencies. So I have already given the dependencies for testng and also for Selenium. Okay, right, it gets open. So what I'm going to do is I will take this website and I will go to this BMI calculator, click this BMI calculator, and then I need to just click this calculate. That's it. This is my simple task. Okay, so I will have the separate methods for this and I will perform this operation, and first I will show us how we'll be doing in a normal way, and then I will show us how to do it in using a page object model. Okay, so here this is the POM. I have dependencies for Selenium and testng. Okay, so now let me go to this test folder and I will create a class here. So let me give a name for it. I'll give name as BMI test. Fine, so I will give annotations here before test. So public void will give us open session, so you can import the before test. Okay, so I need to open the browser here, so I need to set the system property. So let me do that. System dot set property. Okay, so I will give us WebDriver dot Chrome dot driver, since I'm going to use a Chrome, and already I have placed a folder data, and inside that I am having a Chrome driver exe. So I can give us data Chrome driver dot exe. So close this. I will instantiate the driver here. Driver is equal to new Chrome driver. I need to import it. Okay, done. And then the Chrome driver. Okay, now I will open the browser. Let me copy this. Fine. So I will have this driver as a global variable, since I am using other methods. So I will remove this WebDriver. Okay. So now let me have us on the test cases. So public void something go to BMI. Okay, here input it. Here I can give us, web element, some link name. This is a link BMI is equal to, so I can have as a driver dot find element by dot. I can go with the partial link text. So here the name of this link is BMI, so I can go as a partial link text BMI. So import this web element. So I will click it. That's it. Okay, right. So I will have a similar type of method to do a calculation. So this is just a simple example I'm showing it. Okay, you can have multiple things in your, you can have a lot of scenarios in your code. So I can do like click calculate. So I will have this, let me inspect this element. It opens to DOM, let me open it. Okay. Oops, yeah, it came, so it has a value as calculate, I think so. So it has a value as calculate. So I will go with the XPath. This has a tag name as input. So at value is equal to calculate. Right, I got a match. So go to the code and have this as change this to XPath. here. So I have pasted it, right? So I can click this and can change this name to link. This is a link calculate. Okay, so let me change this name to a link calculate. I will have this name here. Okay, right. So what I had done is, in before test I am just invoking the browser. I'm opening the browser, and in the next two test cases I am going to click this BMI page and then BMI link, and then I need to click the calculator under it, under that particular page. Okay, so let me run this through a test.ng XML. I have created a test.ng XML here, so I'm going to pass the class name, this BMI test class name, in that XML, so that I can run through that particular XML. So here I am having that. Let me open it. Okay, fine. So I will run it. Right click, run as test.ng suite. Okay, take some time. Okay, so okay, takes some time. I think my system is slow due to having a lot of softwares. Sorry for it, please bear with me. Okay, meanwhile it takes some time to run. So meanwhile, let me show you how to create a page object model. Okay, so if you see here, we have all the links, web elements which are related to that page in the same test cases also we are having here, and operations also present in the same class. So next step, what I'm going to show is, I need to segregate this test cases with the page objects. Page object in the sense, what are the web elements I'm handling, those can be taken care in a separate class, so that if in future if there is any change, I can go to the particular class and I can do changes. Okay, so let's see as how to do that. So again, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to create a new class in this test folder package, new class. Okay, here I can give a name as some BMI page, and I'll do finish. Okay, here you can see that BMI page class gets created, and here I'm going to have my methods, public void, I can have the method as to click that, doing the same, go to BMI. Here I will be clicking the links. Okay, clicking that BMI link. Another method is for public void. Oops. Click calculate. So these are the two methods. Okay, so meanwhile you can see here it has been clicked, which we ran some time back. Okay, it had clicked the BMI calculator and it has clicked the calculate button. Okay, so this page we are going to change this to the page object model. Okay, let me come here. Okay, so you can see here that I will just copy paste the things which are present here. I need to I will copy it, paste it here, and again in this calculate I will paste it in the page. Okay, done. So in the test, remove these things. I don't want to have those logics in the test class. I will maintain those logics in the page class, so I will remove this. Okay, so now again coming to the page class, what we need to do here is I'm going to introduce a new concept called PageFactory, right? So you can see here I need to first, before that I will initialize the driver. Okay, I will import this driver. Okay, so the PageFactory is it's a beautiful concept which comes under the page object model. And the main purpose of it is in that we will be initializing the elements, web elements, and it has annotations like at find by and find by and find all. So at find by is for the finding the single element, and find by and all we can store a set of more elements in it. Okay, to handle which we can handle a list to iterate those elements. Okay, so let's see as how to define those things in the page object, this page class. Okay, so here, okay, so we need to have a constructor for that. Have a constructor. I will have a public constructor, and I will pass a parameter WebDriver. Okay, so the syntax for it is we have PageFactory, right? PageFactory here it is dot init elements driver, comma, I am telling that page is this particular page, so I am using this keyword. Okay, so here I have given like that. So next is I need to define the web elements, so I can go with the find by annotation. So what is this partial link text is the locator I am using here, so I can give here as BMI. Then I can have this web element, copy it, paste it here. So I can remove this web element. I will import this. Okay, done. Again find by what is the locator we have used here? We have used as XPath, have paste it here is equal to, we can give the XPath which we have given here. Okay, done. Now copy this web element, paste it here. Okay, so here I will comment out this web element link calculate. I don't want this, I can take it from the PageFactory. So comment this. So now what happens is, while I run the code, it will be going and fetching the details from this web element, and it passes the partial link text as BMI, and it does the operation as a click. This happens for the click calculate method also. Okay, fine. So now I need to call this in my test class. So what I can do here is, I can create a object for that BMI page. I can have as a BMI page. So here I can give BMI page equal to new BMI page. I need to pass the driver instance from this, so I am adding the driver here. So BMI page dot, the method name that we have given there is go to BMI. Just give it, and here you can have as BMI page dot click calculate. These are the two methods we have written there, right? So what happens is, while I run this code, the before test will be picking up the browser, and it opens the browser and it creates a object for this, and this object will be passing the driver instance here to this page of page BMI page, and once it comes first time, it will be calling the constructor, and it passes the particular driver to this class, and it have the Chrome driver as passed, will be passed to this driver, and it does the next operations like clicking the BMI link and then clicking the calculate. So now your code maybe looks good somewhat. We have separated the logics, business logic, and the test cases separate. So let me run this. Let's see whether how it takes. Okay, it opens. So it should open a browser now. Okay, it opening the browser. So it should click the BMI calculator. So it had clicked that, and it will click the calculate button. Yep, it's done. So, right. So as a recap, let's see. We have created two classes, separate classes. One class is for test, one is for page. In the test class, we will be having only the test cases, not the business logics, but in the page we will be having the business logics, and all the web elements will be declared in the web page to handle future changes. Okay, so in the BMI test, we used to pass these test cases, and we'll be calling these test cases. For the first test case, when it comes here, it will be going to the particular method, so that we have created object for that, and we have calling that method here, and you can call n number of methods by using the test annotations. So this is the main concept used in a Selenium frameworks. If you take any frameworks, in any frameworks, maybe TestNG or BDD, you will be going with the POM page object model design pattern. Okay, this makes the good approach. Okay, so in the upcoming sessions we will see as how to handle this POM in the hybrid framework. Okay, so you just please have a exercise on this, and if you have any doubts, please leave a comments. Okay, so please don't forget to subscribe this channel. We'll meet in the next video. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Bye bye.